Hi, it's Olga. Welcome back to the day 11 of my 25 Days of Christmas card making tutorial series. I'm going to use this large die set by Magnolia called Fall in Love to create a set of 3 holiday tags. I will be repurposing some of these fall-themed dies to make them fit for Christmas. So this is the hedgehog, a pebble, a mushroom hat, and an acorn. I've made some die cuts with the cardstock colored white, red, pink and light craft. And I'm going to use them all to create a character. But before I start assembling my character, I'm going all over the edges of the die cuts with Walnut Stain Distress ink to create some dimension effect. I have already used this character in one of my previous cards, but this time I will only need a head, not the whole body. So I will use this acorn to make a head shape, and I'm attaching the beard on top, then comes the nose, and finally a hat. The adhesive I'm using is Ranger Multimedia Matte. I am assembling the second Santa exactly the same way. The only difference is that I'm going to turn the hat a little bit. The third Santa is very similar, but this time I'm going to use the hedgehog's hat to create his hat, and the nose is going to be a white pom-pom. As always, you can find the list of supplies that I'm using on my blog as well as in the description of this video. To create the tag shape, I'll be using the dies number 3 and 4 from Stitched Tunnel Tags die set by Poppy Stamps. And I have die cut a tag and a matching frame, and I will also need one circle. I'm going to color the frame with Walnut Stain Distress ink. I'm applying it in dabbing motion, and this way the ink will spread evenly. I'm also going to color the circle the same way. Then I'm going to stick the frame on top of the circle, like that, to create a corner. I'm using my scissors to trim off all the excess cardstock, and then I will color the white edge with walnut stain again. Now I'm attaching my Santa on top of this corner with some foam squares. I did that to all 3 tags. I'll be creating some fun textured backgrounds for the tags. For the first tag, I'll be using this wood board die from the same set. Because the die cuts all those slits, I can add shading not only around the edges but also in the middle of the board. And this will create some nice wood texture. Now I'm just attaching all the boards on top of the tag with a liquid glue. If there happens to be any excess sticking out, I will just trim it down with the scissors. I'm going to create a loop out of jute twine, and I am attaching it at the top of the tag with a hot glue gun. Then I'm going to stick the frame on top of the tag with thin strips of mounting tape. This die is also the part of the set, and I'm planning to use it to create a bundle of mistletoe. The bow die is from my stash and it's by Poppy Stamps. I am trimming the branches a little bit, and then I'm attaching them one on top of another to create a bundle. And by the way, these tags can also be used as money holders or gift holders. I'll show you how to use them at the end of this video. Now I'm going to attach the mistletoe at the top of my tag. As a finishing touch, I'm also going to add these two red hearts. I have applied some Walnut Stain Distress ink over them, just like I did with most die cuts for this project. As a last touch, I'm going to use this tiny die cut to create Santa's lips, as if he's ready for some kissing. The first tag is now finished, and let's move on to the next one. For this one, I will need to die cut this ladder about 6 times, and I'm going to use all these negative pieces to create bricks. I'm going to stick them all one by one to make a brick wall. Once you get a hang of it, you can perform pretty decent mason work. After I have trimmed all the excess, I'm going to attach the frame just like I did with the previous tag. This speech bubble die is again from the same set by Magnolia. I'm going to flip it over, apply some walnut stain, and then I'm going to attach a piece of red cardstock behind this die cut heart. I'll be using the dice from Tile Alphabet die set by Memory Box to spell XOXO. I'm going to attach the speech bubble to the tag with the foam squares. I'm going to use these two flower die cuts. I used the green paper to cut them out. I just need to introduce some green to my tag. The tag is nearly finished. I just have to attach Santa's lips to this one too. For the background of the third tag, I'm going to use this arrow with a heart at the end. I am attaching all the arrows at 45-degree angle, and this will create a pretty background pattern. Then I'm mounting the last frame on top of the tag. Then I'm going to embellish the tag with two large hearts cut out of red cardstock. They are also from the same set. I am attaching them with the foam squares, and my tag is finished. And this is how all 3 tags look like. Those little corners with Santa can be used to hold some money or a gift card. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Here are some videos from the previous years, and I hope to see you again soon for the day 12.